use. So, and then like 2 months in the secondary or / conditioning aging. Clarify. It was almost clear, but like there was some small particles still floating, so I had to use a super clear and carbonate in a keg at 2.5 volumes. So and the whole point of using a champagne yeast was that it's neutral, and the whole point was like I want the flavor of the honey to stand out. It's finished at approximately 0.997. It was still kind of like I wouldn't say flat, but a little bit watery. I mean, lacking the body, so I had to like adjust the body with. I had maltose sugar that is not fermentable, so I just a little bit, just a pinch so I raised it to 1.001 on both of them, and also I used the wine conditioner to get some little bit of sweetness, just enough, like not to be like a horribly sweet, because it's still like I want my honey character to be there. And the Clare Sage got the first place, and the Blackberry Blossom got third place.
Nice.
Yeah, but that was the whole process. Like there was nothing else, like nothing special going on. Pretty much the honey itself actually did the whole trick. For something light like that and the dry, like, as you guys said, that there's nothing to hide. So you have to be really picky about the product. Like what you put in, that's what you get on the outside.
Yeah, that's what we tell people. It's like a computer, crap in, crap out. Good parts are going to be the good parts, and that's what you got to start with.
I assumed. I also had like a average experience with this kind of stuff, because apparently I think the honey was filtered and treated, so it was pretty safe to use. Because I also had a really weird experience where it turned out to be like, okay-ish. Because the honey was raw, unfiltered, there were like bee particles in there. And the only way to, I guess, overcome that, to do like really big pitch, yeast pitch. But, using one packet, and that was not actually the case.
Oh.
Yeah. So pretty much, that's it. The other one dry was actually hoppy. It was also dry. I did it like a week apart from that batch. The only difference was that I boiled actually the honey to the point where I had some hops in there. It was dry and a dry hop. So yeah, three dry meats with a light body.
Do you let it sit on the lees at all?
No, actually. So when I move it to secondary, it's not really a secondary. It's more like I'm going to aging, bulk aging. Because when it's done fermenting in the primary, I put it in my fridge at like 35, 40 degrees, and the leaves pretty much fell down naturally, and I rack it up out. So yeah, I don't do really secondaries. I do longer primaries.
Do you top off with CO2?
I did actually degassing. I started to do degassing right now because, in the warmer time, I can wait until the CO2 escapes the mead. But like in the cold time, especially in the winter, I'm like, it's going to take quite a while for CO2 to escape, or CO2 and the SO2 and whatever else is getting produced there, the byproducts. So I'm like, I'll do a degassing. I'm totally okay if it's going to be oxidized, because technically honey is really hard to oxidize. It takes
it'll oxidize quick. It's still a wine.
Well, not in my case. I guess I was kind of lucky. Plus, I would prefer oxidized meat over the regular one. Fortunately for me, actually, BJCP now allows light oxidation of entries for meads.
Right.
So, like, if it adds complexity in the body and the character to the mead, then sure, why not? And that's what the guide says. So I'm like, yeah. If it's not, if it goes way to oxidize, I'm gonna call it a Polish mead.
Try one without oxidizing it, and always keep your secondary topped off with CO2. And see what that does for you just on that one batch.
All right, probably. Right now it's the apple season. I'm doing ciders and ciders, and I'll do meads in December. So I'll probably try something in December like that.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys and your temperatures and not having to control them. I'm so jealous.
Well,
I hear that. 8 months is stupidly hot, and you got it year round, Manny.
Yep, year round.
Well, I have a chest.
Looks like you make farmhouses and saisons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna be switching yeast to temperature tolerant yeasts and just giving up on all of these ones that are really happy at 68 degrees because unless I brew in the basement and I don't have the facilities down there to do it properly or to be really.
No, just start playing with yeast that ferment better in the temperature that you got going on at the time.
That's what I'm going to do, yeah. Cause the upstairs,
pretty much what I've done, too.
Yeah, the upstairs where the kitchen is tends to be right around 72 year-round. You know, I mean, that's about where we keep it. It goes down to 68 in the wintertime because we drop the temp to save on, fuel. But
Where's that 90-degree yeast?
there actually is a 90-degree yeast, believe it or not.
Yes,
there is. Yes,
we found it.
We did.
Did you really?
You better tell Manny quick because he's like...
I'm spending thousands of dollars a year on air conditioning to keep the temperature down.
T58, brother.
Yeah,
That thing's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We did a beer.
I did I did like a farmhouse saison, and I just let it go, open in the shop, and like at the maximum fermentation, I think I temped it at 96.
Yep, it hit 96 degrees.
And it finished super clean.
Yeah, didn't need much aging either. The fucker was clean.
Pablo, you must be in Northern California if you got 62 to 65? Or
yes, I'm in San Francisco Bay Area.
Oh.
I live actually about 30 miles from San Francisco, so in the city itself, it is about like 50 degrees. It could be 80 degrees where I live, like only like 20, 30 miles away from the city.
Are you,
so
which direction are you from San Francisco?
East.
Oh, okay, so you're closer to UC Davis, that area?
No, actually, I'm in the same town where the Brew Network is.
Oh, okay.
That's
a good place to be.
Yeah. I live literally 2 miles away from them. It's City of Concord. During the summer, it gets up to 100 degrees here, and I don't have air conditioning in my house, actually, so I was kind of chipped.
Good on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm using a chest freezer to control my temperature.
I was going to say, you must be using a chest freezer to climb into, so it's not 100 degrees in your house, because that's about where I'd be.
Actually, forgetting there's an Australian involved. He's dealing with way worse than us.
Not right now, he's not. It's wintertime for them.
Yeah.
They still have huge spiders that will eat you.
Pretty much everything there will try to
Joel
eat you.
did a fair job of fighting us, too.
Joel told us about the spiders.
And they do play knifey spoony down there.
Nice.
Completely blown out of proportion.
He's trying to play it down because he's trying to play it down because he's trying to lure us all to Australia, and we're all like, "Yeah, no, you come over here. We know what'll try to kill us here." You know.
It's not that bad. It's just like an armed person. You know, if you poke him, you're going to be in trouble. So just don't poke the animals.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's so funny. Okay, Pavel says he's drinking root mead for a soda mead challenge. Okay, dish on the soda mead, Pavel. You got to tell us more about that.
During the Major Cup, we kind of hooked up with Matt Wider and guys from the Meadcast.
Yeah.
And pretty much every single story starts that we were drunk.
Yeah, it usually is. And I know the guys are doing soda meads. I saw their posts about that on
yes. So actually, it was me and Matt that came out with this idea. We talked to Alan and Tyson, and because they had a Sizer challenge last year, and we're like, hey, we got an idea for you to try, and because I always want to try cola or Coke style mead. And I'm like, oh, it would be kind of cool. When I started talking to Matt, and he's like, yeah. So he started to draft the whole the Coke versus Coca-Cola versus Pepsi. There was apparently there was a challenge at some point that I missed out.
And Pepsi needs to just go away because Coke is way better.
So that was the whole point. Let's try it, and then what's the next competition? That the big competition that we can actually test our skills, and the next competition is the Texas Mead Cup.
Texas Mead Cup, which is next.
Yeah, week. So tomorrow is the last day to enter. By the way.
Okay, I'll make sure to announce that at the end of the show. Yeah. Thank you.
So you guys you still have a chance to make it. Shipment's supposed to arrive by Sunday, so you got 4 days to make it. So the whole point was well, let's try it. We're gonna do it and enter, because I think the closest category would be spice meads, because technically it's a root beer spice. Sarsaparilla and so on.
So it's sarsaparilla in ages.
Yeah. So it's a spice mead, and we'll do a spice mead. If you do a Coke mead, well, it's a Coke type spices, because originally Coke was made with Coke. Yeah. Coke, nuts, walnuts, something else. I think they used maple leaves or maple sap in the original recipe. So it's technically, it's spice in the form of a syrup. So, and fortunately for us, actually, the guys from the Texas Mead Cup, Eric Lowe, came out. Well, since you guys are entering a bunch of soda meads, so he created a separate category for that. And from my understanding, there will be at least 20 entries. So a bunch of us actually doing 2 batches of different things. I actually made 3 batches, so tonight I'll be bottling that stuff and shipping them tomorrow morning. Okay, let's say one of them is a root beer. Or root mead, actually. Yeah.
You guys are going to create a new category all by yourselves.
Well, yes, actually, all it takes, I think, according to Gordon Strong from BJCP, there should be at least one commercial example for that to be a category. And if I'm not mistaken, somebody was on the show at Got Mead's Live saying that they made a root mead before. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, there is a commercial category already. All commercial example already exists, and all we have to do is just
get enough entries.
I don't know, right? Yeah. There'll be enough entries for Texas Mead Cup, and then I guess we're gonna have to drop the letter to Gordon Strong, and maybe it's going to be a category.
That'd be cool. I know that there was. Wait a minute, guys. Was it you at Cellarmens who said you were agitating for a new category, or was that somebody else I talked to? I talked to so many people. I'm losing track. Wasn't you? Okay. Yeah, there was one of the meaderies I talked to while I was in Michigan. And I'll have to go back through my notes and see who it was. Trying to get a new category created, and yeah, exactly. It's got to be that at least one commercial, plus I think it's at least, I want to say it was 25 or 26 entries in that same category, or that same type of mead, to get it created as an actual category by itself. Which, if that's the case, then I expect that we're going to see capsicum ales as a separate category very soon now. Because
that sounds like something Mache over at Arctos would say.
Yeah.
He want to do something. He's always talking about different ones and creating new meads.
Oh my God, yeah. Another one. There was another. It's not Arctos. There's another meader. Oh, Garage East is coming up with some dang cool stuff.
Did you mean in capsicum like separating pepper meats from the other spice meats?
Yeah, because right now they're in they're in what I call weirdamels, which is other.
Well,
but to create capsicum is its own category because there's enough of them now. I mean, that category.
No,